Waingro, part 2.
Part 1 for that.
Part 1.2. So Waingro, that was the first track that was done for the album. Big shout out to JRED the Doctor. He basically we had planned for a night for him to come through and check out some beats. And the night before he came through to check out those beats, I decided to go back through the MPC 3000 and see if there was some lingering samples, some beats that I might have forgot about, and I found a whole bunch of stuff, you know, a lot of stuff that ended up being on the album and ended up being stuff that people really gravitated to, which was amazing, because, you know, when it's last second work, that was, you know. But yeah, so JRED had texted me the night before he was coming through, and that was while I was recording stuff to the computer, into the Pro Tools. And so when I was recording the beat for Waingro, JRED texted me while that was happening. So I told myself immediately, I'm like, oh, this is the track he's gonna choose tomorrow. If I got this text in like while I'm recording this beat, it's, you know, and then it ended up being that, you know, he came through the next day. He loved a whole bunch of stuff, and there was even stuff that he was like, oh, if nobody does anything to this, please, like, you know, send it my way after or whatever. But Waingro was the first pick, man, and he took that home. Within a day, he told me that it was already written. He told me in the next couple of days I'm gonna have a studio session that was already planned for his album, the sequel to Pac-Man, and that, you know, he was gonna record it during the session. And I was like, oh man, like, thank you, you know, appreciate that, because, you know, didn't have to do that at that moment as well, you know. So I went to an event, and then following the event I went to JRED's studio session, and he had already finished Waingro, and there's even footage of that you know, LEMME shot that I haven't even seen yet, but I'm looking forward to watching. And but yeah, man, it was just like, wow, like the track's already done, it already sounds amazing. And other people were in the studio getting a little upset that they weren't on the track, and it was a funny moment, you know. But yeah, I was just really, you know, grateful that right off the bat, like a few days after having that first session, that, you know, a track was done, and I was really digging it as well. And JRED was like, man, I really love this track. This is my favorite shit. And I was like, wow, like, it's amazing that you love it that much, man. Like, cause I really loved it too. And so he was just like, man, I want to shoot a video to this, and we should hit up LEMME. And that was kind of like the start of me and LEMME doing music videos together. We had linked up before. Me, 80 Rock, and LEMME had linked up to piece together Sunset. And if you watch Sunset, you'll understand what I mean by piece together things, because it's more of an editing video than it is a from scratch things, you know. You know, more of a sample video. But that was really the start of me and LEMME doing music videos. And the same thing happened when after Jimmy and I had made Ice Storm 98, he was like, yo, we should hit up LEMME and maybe do a video for this, because I'm really digging this track. And so getting that reaction from JRED and Jimmy right off the bat, 'cause those were the first 2 tracks that were done, I was like, oh, this is, you know, like, I gotta hit up LEMME and just, you know, 'cause I haven't even spoken to him yet. So that kind of, I gotta thank JRED for sparking that, and Jimmy as well, because it really, I was just like, okay, well, I gotta talk to LEMME. I gotta see, you know, first of all, thank him for being down to make these videos, but let's work off of this if possible. And now it's taken on a whole new life, which I'm, you know, very, very grateful for, you know. I already knew what I wanted to rock for the video. I had this jacket I'd been holding on to for a couple months, and JRED told me that he wanted to basically wear the same, like, you know, rock the Tech Fleece suit and an upsie. And so we were chilling. We went downtown, check out the North Face store, and he found this crazy lavender nupsie that was like very complimentary to the turquoise one that I had, and it was just like, man, like, that's the one, like, let's do this. And so it really extended the track to like this beautiful visual of great colors and kind of like an aura, you know, and I just really appreciate the visual that was made for that track. I really feel like it matched I want to give a big shout out to 80 Rock for, you know, we couldn't have got those shots of, you know, me in the passenger seat, JRED cruising, if it wasn't for 80 in the next lane with Lemmy hanging out the window doing his thing. So got to shout out 80 for that. And yeah, so when it came to the sneakers as well, man, like somehow Nike just released these ACGs that were just perfectly matching the lavender. So JRED had those already on deck for his coat, and I felt that was just perfect. And I decided to break out a pair of Kashima Atler Air Max 97s made in like the mid 2000s that were already, you know, separating a little bit. So went to Canadian Tire, got the shoe goo, and did a little bit of work to get those ready for the shoot. Everything worked out well, so very grateful for that. You know, the air bubbles are still intact, so a little bit to work with there. And normally you'd be able to see through the air bubble that, you know, inside matches the jacket, but you know, over the years air bubbles get a little foggy, they get a little yellowed, but you know, if you know, you know. But yeah.
Waingro.
Waingro.